are you doing today? So-so? Alright, let me just wash my hands real quick and then we'll get started. So I don't know if you remember, but I know occupational therapy's been working with you a little bit. Is that right? Alright. Well, my name is Gabby. I'm going to be your occupational therapist today. Do you remember what occupational therapy is? No? Okay. Well, occupational therapy, we're going to come in and help you to relearn some of those like independent tasks you were able to do before your accident. And I know one of those things that I saw on your chart that was important to you was medication management and getting back to your routine. Is that correct? All right. So that's something that we're going to actually work on today. Does that sound good? And I know that you're having a little bit of trouble talking right now with that trach in the way, so I did bring a piece of paper and a pen, so if at any point throughout the session you have any questions to ask, you can write them down on here and I'll do my best to address them. Sound good? Okay. So I'm just going to put that over there for you. So what I have right here is I have a piece of paper that's laid out in the same manner that a pill box is laid out in. Do you know what a pill box is? Have you ever used one before? Yeah? So you're familiar with that. So this has kind of got the same layout as that. We got the days of the week and we got the general times that you take your medication. Yeah? And on this piece of paper, I have 2 of your medications listed. Do you see that? So we got your multivitamin, and on there we got what that looks like and when you take it, and we got your antibiotic, and we got what that looks like and when you take it. So what I'm going to ask you to do, starting with this medication, I'm going to ask you to open up that bottle, and looking at this directions, I want you to lay out in this week when you would take that pill, okay? Sound good? Good. Nice job, Paul. All right. Can you count out how many pills that is? Nice job. Great job. So you put that at the correct time and the correct day, taking it at breakfast each morning. Great job. Can you put those pills back in the bottle and close it up for me? All right. You feeling okay? So, you feeling a little out of breath? Yeah? Well, do you remember when we talked about the energy conservation strategies and what you can do when you're feeling a little breathless? Yeah, a little bit. So we talked about pacing on task, and what we can do is when you feel that way, when you're doing a task, we can take a step back and do a little bit of deep breathing. Does that sound good? So why don't we do some deep breaths together, okay? We're gonna take a deep breath in for 3 seconds, hold it, and count it out for 2, okay? Ready? In, 2, 3, hold, and out. 1, 2. Let's do one more. In, 2, 3, hold, and out. 1, 2. All right, are you feeling a little better? A little less exhausted? All right, so just remember that throughout this test, you can stop anytime and do some of that deep breathing, okay? All right. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take your antibiotic. Can you see that all right? Okay. All right, are you all done? Okay, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you take a look at your directions again for the antibiotics. It says to take 1 pill each morning at breakfast and 1 pill each evening at dinner, right? So can you look at this and tell me, did you put one each day at breakfast and each day at dinner? No. All right, good job. Good job. Okay, so now that we did that, you can go ahead and put those back in your bottle. And now we're gonna do a little bit of memory and recall, okay? So, you've seen your medications, you've laid out your medications, you know what they look like. So, what I want you to do is I'm gonna have you take a look at this one more time. Observe what each pill looks like. Got it? All right. And then you can look at this as a reference, but I'm gonna have you write down on this piece of paper when you take each pill each day of the week and what each pill is, okay? All right, now let's compare. So for your vitamin, you said every morning at breakfast. Good job. And then for your antibiotic, you said every morning at breakfast and at dinner. Good job, Paul. All right, so now we got to put our pills back in their containers. So, can you open up the multivitamin bottle and put it back in your container? Do you need a little help? All right. And remember what I said about just taking a step back and doing those deep breathing techniques. Should we do that one more time? All right, we're gonna do some deep breaths and in and out, okay? We're gonna breathe in, 2, 3, hold, and out. 1, 2. All right, let's do 2 more. In, 2, 3, hold, and out. 1, 2. And last time, in, 2, 3, hold, and out. 1, 2. Feeling a little better? Okay. Now go ahead and put those multivitamins back in their bottle. All right. And then your antibiotic. All right. Great job, Paul. Do you have any further questions for me? All right. Well, next section, I think it would. Did you find something like this useful? You think this would be useful in taking your medications? Okay. So next session, I think we could use an actual pill box that you would use at home, and we can introduce more of your medications, because I know you're on a lot of medications right now. So I think it would be beneficial to ensure that we're incorporating all those medications into our pillbox organization. Does that sound like a good plan to you? All right, well, thank you, Paul, for working with me today.